Today we're going to be making a paper turtle. So to start with, we'll need a square sheet of paper. If you only have A4, have a look at our video on how to cut down an A4 into a square. So with our square sheet of paper, we're going to fold from the top just down to the bottom. It's the most important fold as it will affect everything else later on. So take your time, create a crease, then we'll open it back up. Next we're going to fold from the left to the right, create a crease, then open it back up. Then we'll fold from the top left corner down to the bottom right, and open that one back up. Next from the top right down to the bottom left, and open it back up. So now we've got creases horizontal, vertical, and both diagonals. Next we'll take our top left corner, we're just bringing it down to the center. Then we'll do the same with our bottom left corner, bring it right into the center. And our bottom right, also into the center. Next we'll just turn around slightly. Next we're going to flip our paper over. Then with the one point that still hasn't been folded, we'll take this point into the center. And create a crease. Okay, we're just going to turn it around again. So now we've got our single flap just down the bottom. Okay, we're going to fold from the top left corner to the bottom right. And open it back up. And then from the top right to the bottom left. Okay, so we've still got our flap down the bottom. What we're going to do is we're going to push in, pulling these two sides together. So this point will come down to the bottom in the middle, and this point, bottom middle as well. So we'll push in on those folds, pull them down to the middle, and then we'll flatten everything out. Sometimes you might have folds that are a bit tricky, so just take your time. It will all collapse down into a triangle. Just push around the edges, make sure all those creases are very firm. Next we're going to take our top point, just the first layer, and we're going to bring that down to the bottom middle. We'll open that back up. And then we're going to fold, creating a crease halfway between this crease line and the bottom. So the crease will run right through the middle. So as a guide, what you can do is to make sure that this crease line here touches this line. So now we've got our flap facing down, the second crease running through the middle. Next we're just going to turn it around again. So that flap is at the top half. Okay, this next fold is a bit tricky. We're going to be bringing this edge here in line with the top. And then we're going to be creasing about 3/4 of the way between the corner and the center line. So from around here, so our center line is back here, create a crease while that's lined up. Then we're going to get this point to face straight up again. And as we do that, we'll create an extra fold. Just here on the side, which will then push down. And we'll do the same on the other side. So we're bringing this edge in line with the top. And once that's lined up, I'm going to create a crease about 3/4 of the way between the point and the center line. So from around here, just pushing out, then we'll point the top edge straight, which will give us that extra crease. So just neaten this up a bit. Don't worry too much if it's not 100% correct. Sometimes near enough is good enough. I'll just open this up so you can see what we've got now. Got a small crease created in either side. And that top point should still be facing straight up. Next, what we'll do, we're going to open up those folds slightly. I'm just going to push them over the other way. So the folds are on the top instead of the bottom. Next, we'll pick up our model. We're going to open up this left-hand side where there should be a flap. On the flap, we're going to be pinching either side and then pulling that down. Which will then give us a leg sticking out the side. So after you pull that down, press down firmly to lock that into place. So we'll just do that once more. So we're lifting out the flap, pinching, pulling it down, and then pressing it down into place. And we'll do the same for the other side. So on the right, pulling out the flap, and pinching, as you pinch, but pulling it down to create the right hand leg, pushing down on any folds. Next, we're going to take this left hand side, just the first layer. We're going to bring this up to almost the top. So we're going to touch the center line and leave about half a finger width from the top. So we'll bring it in, touch the center line. We're leaving about half a finger at the top and then creating a fold. We'll do the same on the right hand side. So bringing that first layer, touching the center line, leaving a small finger width at the top and creating a fold. Then we'll take the left hand side, we're going to bring this top point out to the side. So we want it to pass this line here, but only about a small finger width out as well. Same on the right, taking this point out just past this line. We want it to match the left hand side. So fold back that point, bring it past the line, just a small finger width, matching the other side. We're almost done now, so we're going to turn over the shell. Now on the left hand side, we're going to open up this first layer, pressing that in, then pinching it back together just so it's rounded off. Then we'll do the same on the right hand side, opening up, pushing in, and pinching it back together. Once again, it doesn't matter how much you do pinch it in, as long as it's pretty even with the other side. Then back on the left hand side, we're going to take this whole top layer and the pinch section. I'm just going to fold the edge over, about 1 finger width. And then we'll copy that on the right hand side, folding over just to round it off. For the final step now, I'm just going to turn the edge of the head in slightly, just rounding off the nose. We can flatten out our model as an optional extra. We can draw on some eyes, maybe a little smile, and there you have an origami turtle. Hope you enjoy.